What is up, Parmeniacs? Sunesis here. We are back in the world of EVE Online, and I am liquidating some more fucking LP. I actually ran out of ISK before I ran out of LP. I'm leaving myself about 8.5 million. Of course, I say that, and I guess I'm technically better off than I think I am. So, um, okay, let me go over the math real quick. A couple things to tell you guys. And I do want to apologize before we get in too much further. This video has been mainly about the economics, or the series has been mainly about the economic side of things, and not so much about the fighting side of things. Um, for a new character, you're mainly going to be focused on the economic side of things, unless you're in fleet battles, in my opinion. You can get out there and get into fights, but you're going to have a hard time doing solo fights when you first start off. And I am running in a grossly outnumbered side, and I'm playing in off hours right now, so I don't really get many fights, and the fights that I do, I can't win solo. Like, I'm fighting, blinged out 135 million-esque frigate pirates, snuffed out, and those dudes. I'm not going to beat them in a 3-week-old character. It's just not going to happen. I don't have the fit. I don't have the skill, even if I had the same fit. And I mean the skill both figuratively and literally, in the aspect that my character couldn't fly the ship that they're flying, and even if I could fly the ship that they were flying, I couldn't fly it the way they're flying it. Does that make sense? So literally most of this has just been AFK isking. Well, I mean, it's not AFK, because if I AFK I get blown up. So but there will be more fights on this channel soon. If you were to do this legitimately on your end, the way to get more fights would just be to join more fleets. You're going to risk more ships. You're going to lose ships. And right now, my money is bouncing off zero every other day as I buy large-scale ships like this. And so I don't really have the ability to yeet 4 to 5 ships, into the void. In fleet ops, I would be running probably a tackle Atron, and I would just be the tackle for the bigger guys and catalysts and things like that. I can run a catalyst, but I can't run a catalyst well yet. My catalyst, I have to deactivate one of the guns, so I can't run it all because I don't have the fitting skills yet. But I mean, it's still 370 DPS. This is respectable, but it's a paper tank. So, and catalysts, if you're getting into a gunfight with a bunch of hombres and you land on the button and you got 2 dudes with shotguns pointed at you, you're probably going to take those motherfuckers out first before you start shooting at the other dudes. Plus, the shotgun guys, they have no defense, so they're going to pop pretty quick. So I'm prime target. I mean, even on my main, when I fly this ship, I die like 75% of the time in engagements. It pays off because I usually cap some pretty good folks. Let me show you guys real quick if I can find it. One of the good examples of this is last weekend. Yeah, there it is. Let me show this to you guys real fast. So this was a fight we got into last weekend, and you can see there I am. I got the scram on the guy in my... Well, you can't see it from here, but this was in a Catalyst Navy, and I did about 3,400 damage before I died. This is a Phobos. This is a very blinged out Phobos. So my ISK per reward ratio here, I lost this, which was 28 million, and I landed I didn't, the fleet did, but we landed a billion plus ISK ship kill. So the return rate on that is absolutely astronomical, but as a new player, you're not going to be able to afford those losses, right? My main, I don't give a fuck, I can take that all day long. But until we get some S going, we can't. All right, so I did just buy a shit ton of ships. Good God, the windows are everywhere. I did just buy a shit ton of ships. So we went, let's see, I got 160 million. This is a contract to my alt. In the Discord that I was in, one of the guys in the Amar Discord wanted some Catalyst Navies. So I purchased 16 Cat Navies and I ran them to Amar for him, which sucked because it was a long fight, but 160 million ISK. I then reinvested that 160 million ISK. Another guy in the alliance over there, granted, this is actually wasn't in the alliance. It's one of the FCs in Amar Militia that is not in my corp or my alliance, but we do run fleets with him. He asked to have a few VNIs sold to him. So I basically put up a sell order yesterday and I was like, hey, I'm looking to get rid of this stuff. Anybody want it? And I had a couple people message me. Some of them were like, yeah, I'll help you out, dude. I don't need it, but I'll buy it. And it's like, hey, you know, that's not going to work for me. I mean, it would, but it won't. I need to sell to people who actually need the stuff because that's more fair. And these are contacts I don't talk to on a regular basis. So they might look at me a little bit more favorable because I'm in their alliance. Well, not their alliance, but on their side. But I don't have relationships with these two dudes. I don't think I've ever spoken to these two dudes other than, hey, do I anchor on you or him? So these are legitimate sales that you as a new player could do. But one of my other buddies, Mo, was like, isn't that cheating? I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's not really my contact, so I look at it as just posting in Discords. And for those guys who want to know what I'm talking about, when I come to those, let me show you an example. Come on. There we go. All right, so here in the trade, I just said, hey, anyone interested in Vector Navy issue, Executor Navy, or Brutix Navy BPCs? And then I show the list, and then I had some people respond and say that they were interested. You can also do this in like the Amar Militia. If you go down to, I got to find their trade setup now. Maybe it's under Industry and Market? I don't know. There are different places you can do it in Galmill. I'm pretty sure they've got a trade spot as well. And you can even do it in the EVE Online Discord. They have market trade here where you can actually set up an order. So there was a guy in here earlier. Yeah, wish to sell Galente LP from Factional Warfare. So, you click on this and you can see that he has sold at a certain rate. And he's getting DMs because the amount of LP that he's had is reduced. So it's a lot of work. It's not easy. It's time consuming. And to be honest, it's a pain in the ass. But that's what you have to do if you want the highest return rate. You don't give a fuck, then just buy drones and sell them to high sec buyback. You're going to take a hit, but you'll get 650, 660, I think. Yeah, you get about 628 if you sell the high sec buyback. So it's not great. It's not bad. I'm gonna run these to Jitta. I just bought 145 of them. So at that rate, let's see, equals boom times 145. That's 193 million right here. So, and that cost me, see, what did that cost me money wise? 39 and 48 plus the incidentals. So that's 70, about 80. So I'm making about 80 million profit on that. So it's not bad. It's about 1200 ISK per LP. And I just can't keep myself in funds. So what I'm going to do here is two things. I'm going to set a contract. Well, I guess I got to do both contracts. So I'm going to do this here and this. And we're going to create a contract and we're going to give this to our main. Well, not our main, our, what do you call it? Our little alt next. Ischimus Maximus. I actually have both of those characters. There we go. All right. And so for this, let's get our calculator up. 25 times 16 is 400 million. So I will need 400 million for him. Only reason I'm doing this is this contract, and this doesn't count the Fed Navies. I'm doing this to him because this is already sold. So the guy in Discord is going to buy these blueprints. All I have to do is get them to Jitta, and he'll take them. So that is a sold deal. That cost me 10 grand. Contracts are infinitely cheaper, respectively. All right, one sec. Gotta log the alt in. I want to show you guys the Mo Bloodlust fit here. Let's see, there we go. So I'm new to the whole hauling stuff around, right? It's not something I do on the reg. Sorry, I'm loading a client in the background, and There it goes. I don't particularly do much hauling around the galaxy. It's something that I'm working on doing more of now because of the blueprint stuff. Um, and I've made a few mistakes. Thankfully, you guys can learn from my mistakes so you don't have to repeat the same process. Come on, game. What the hell? There it goes. Okay, just took a second. All right. So we're going to accept this contract. Whoops. Why is that not... It flashed, but it's not showing up now. Okay, well, that's weird. Go to contracts. Anyways, I've learned a few things. I'm going to teach you guys what I've learned, and you guys can utilize it or not. It's up to you. All right, so we're at 3.1, and we're accepting this. And accept. Yes. Okay. So now Handlebar has 400 million. It's not too shabby. And then he's got another 190 million coming, plus the other shit that we've got. So we're rapidly coming up on the billion-esque. Okay, so this here is a Sunesis. This is a ship I've never flown before up until today. This is a ship that my buddy Mo has recommended. Thankfully, I built it myself, so I didn't have to have the Mo Bloodlust stink in the ship, which is critical. The modules are actually on the ship. They're not burnt out. That's critical. So if you buy a ship from Mo, keep an eye on those things and ammo, because they might not be in there. So, love you, Mo. I give that poor bastard so much shit. Anyways, what is the nice thing about the Sunesis? Why am I using it over a shuttle, etc., etc.? Well, a couple things. One, did that not go in? Okay, so it's got 1,000 cargo, which means I can easily carry the Fed navies. Plus, I can carry the BPOs. That's nice. It has... Now, right now, it's showing a 2.92 second. That's not accurate. It's actually better than that. Autolink, solar system, set destination. There we go. All right. Well, you guys may get a nice kill on camera. We're going to test this fucker out and see how we do. Okay, so this ship is about 40 million-esque. It's not terribly cheap, but it does have a very fast align time. So I just clicked warp, and we are in warp done. And that's from a dead stop. So you have a warp stabilizer on here. So, okay, that fucked up my whole overview. So if you have problems with that, you can counteract that. And you can see we're at 2.19. Ischemous has absolutely no good skills with evasive maneuvering, so I'm training evasive maneuvering over the next 8 hours or so, and that should give me an additional 10%. Mo runs this at about 1.7 align time. With the warp scram, that makes it very hard to lock you. Now, there is an MWD trick on this thing, but I don't know if that actually helps you on these. To me, it feels like that hurt. Now, there's a cloaky MWD trick. I think that's good, but I don't think hitting the MWD here and then warping helps you, because that's going to... So basically, when you hit your prop mod, that accelerates you, but it increases your warp time. So your warp time is 80% roughly of your max speed. So my max speed without this is like 225, right? Well, my max speed with it is 1,000. So I have to actually hit that speed to get off the gate. The problem with that is if I drastically increase it, there's a load up time. So I don't know if hitting the warp... Now, if you're a cloaky, that can help you out because it accelerates you and then shoves you into cloak, which means you're moving faster, which means you can get off grid and they don't see you as easy. Whereas with this, I don't think that does you much good. Now, I may not know, because like if I pop that, if it'll even let me, yeah, it will. But do you see it kind of takes you longer to get into warp? You don't want to do that. But anyways, you got the workhorse stab. If you get caught, it aligns very, very quickly. I'm sure somebody will rip my asshole about the whole speed thing. Feel free to educate me, and then I can educate everybody else. So I know some things about Eve. That's the nice thing about the game, is no matter how long you've been playing it, you're going to learn shit all the time. And it's usually when you think you know something and they're like, oh, you do it this way. And then somebody's like, no, you dumb shit. You don't do it that way because it's bad. And you're like, oh, I didn't know that. Looks like we did Not sell anything. Why am I not jumping? What the fuck? Get out of here. Don't just sit on the goddamn gate. Fuck me. It looks like I didn't sell any extra contracts while we were off gallivanting. I probably should have bought more stuff because I have another 130,000 LP, but we've liquidated about 1.2 million LP in the last 24 hours. So we're going to dump this 400 for the Vexor, which is going to reimburse Iskamis. Then we're going to sell the drones. Hopefully the drones sell quickly. If they do, then we should be pretty close to a billion. Because 1.2 million LP at roughly 1,000 each. I've actually been getting about 1,200 each, but at roughly 1,000 each should be 1.2 billion. So we're already halfway to our goal, barring any other fuck ups, and that's in 3 days of actively playing because it's Wednesday now, and I've really been playing hard this weekend through. So this will be the third day of really hard plexing. I didn't play a whole lot on that character during the weekend, but I did play really hard Monday, really hard Tuesday. So it was about 4 hours of grinding each day. Yeah, I'm a no-lifer on my vacation, just sitting here chilling, playing the game, watching movies, and being a sloth. That's kind of what a vacation's all about, though, right? So that gives you an idea. About 8 hours, probably respectively, in faction warfare to make a billion. Billion and a quarter. So what is that? Let's see. 1, 2, divided by 8. That's roughly 150 million an hour. Not bad for an alpha clone, right? So you guys hopefully can kind of see some of the issues and the easiness about faction warfare. You know, it's very easy to earn the LP. It's not very necessarily easy to get out that LP for liquid cash. High sec buyback will give you the very quick returns, but you're going to make it at half rate. You can take the time to wheel and deal, go into the discords, post on the forums, make some friends, make some contacts. Because the nice thing is, now that I have these two dudes who need ships from me, they might need more. And then I'll be like, hey, you know, I got 50 of these, or I can... It's even better when you can talk to them before you buy it, because you'll be like, hey, you know, is there anything you need? Like, yeah, I need 50 Navy execs. Cool. I can get that. Does this rate work? Can you do this? Sure, that's fine. And then you just made 2 billion. So once you make some of those contacts, because some of these guys will run fleets, and like, you know, if you can find some dude who runs a VNI fleet for his corp every weekend, you know, they might go through 50, 60 a week. You know, hopefully not that many a week, but it depends on how bad or what their attrition rate is, I guess. Especially in faction warfare, though, you know, I think there's somewhere in the neighborhood of like 800 ships popped a day. Let's go look. Nice thing is you can find all that information out if you're curious. I can go to Warzone detail, or no, isn't it under? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Galente. There's a way to see the stats, and I may just be in the wrong. I'm in the wrong day. Oh, it's because I'm not in faction warfare. If I was in faction warfare, you can see the stats. And on there, it'll tell you how many ships have been lost per day, per week, and then I think per month, and then all time. And so you can kind of get a judge. If I recall, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like 200 to 500 ships per side per day. And so that's, you know, that's a lot of churn, you know. Let's say it's 200 a day. 200 a day times 4 is 800 ships. Now, granted, that's frigates all the way to battleships. I mean, even capital ships get lost. So that's a wide range of ships, but somebody is making those, right? Somebody is filling that need, and that's per day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's a lot of movement, and, you know, if you can help meet a percentage of that, it can add up. Anyways, I'm just rambling and talking now. We've been going for 20 minutes. I apologize. Let me know what you guys think about the Sunesis build. If you have an improvement on it, this looks kind of like a ornithopter almost from Dune. If these were wings in the back, but it's very wasp-like. I like it. I don't like the little circle halo of death here, but I like the body of the ship. It's kind of cool. I'm going to head over here to Jeddah. We're going to dump these drones. Hopefully they'll sell within the next 24 hours. And then I'll make a big injection of ISK to Handlebar because I still haven't paid him out for the catalysts or the Vexor, the first batch of Vexors that I sold. And then I'm going to head back over probably later today after we run some more sites and pick up another batch of Cat Navies because the Cat Navies seem to sell pretty damn good. So probably going to buy 20 or 30 of them this time and see if we can't dump them because they seem to rock and roll. I may even try contracts of 5 because I had one dude buy them all. So if we can get 20 of those up and see how fast they move, that might be a good mover for us. I haven't tried Exec Navies. Exec Navies are an amazing ship. Brutix Navies, I don't know how much of those sell, and one of the problems with contracts as opposed to the market is you can't track the throughput. So I don't know how many of them are selling. Whereas like with this, you can click here, you can go to price history, and you can see, well, I mean, fuck me. I hope there's more of them that sell through than Jeddah because 145 just ain't gonna cut it. But these little suckers here, this is a what do you call it? This is a drone I never actually looked at because I just went straight to T2s. Oh, we have the reuse window thing. I absolutely hate that setting. General, there we go, get rid of that. Yeah, I hate that because then you can't do this and pull them up. So if we do Hobgoblin 2 and Federation Navy Hobgoblin, there we go, that's what I need. And then we just compare their attributes. So 40 more hit points. Same resist profile. Wow. The Fed Navy ones are tankier. At least on the shield side. But the Hobgoblin, actually, they're fucking tankier the whole way. Significantly tankier. 108 versus 216, 60 versus 120. What the fuck? And they have the same shield recharge time. Okay. What's the damage? Maximum velocity, 3360, 3360. Damage modifier is the same. Bandwidth needed is the same. Orbital velocity is better. Damage is the same? Am I cracked? Turret tracking, higher value, improve accuracy. They have better tracking? What the fuck? They move faster. They have more tank. And they do the same damage. Why wouldn't you use Fed Navies? I literally never looked at these before. Because I always just thought Tech 2 better. So I just went with Tech 2. But am I missing something here? Let me know in the comment section. Because I feel like, unless I'm missing something, optimal range is the same. Signature radius is the same. Fall off is the fucking same. Tracking is better. Tank is better. What the fuck? Damage modifier is the same. So it seems like they're the same or better. So the only I would assume then the only thing would come down to price. So the Tech 2 variant might be cheaper. So view market details. Now we can actually see how many of these sell per. Oh my god, we're gonna be rich, y'all. 565 sold, 1,000 sold, 748 sold. So people are buying these and they're buying them in bulk. 77 people bought these, bought 565 yesterday. So 565 divided by 77 means that people bought an average of 7.3 per. We're going to have no problems moving these. Okay, so the price here, still 133. What's the price on these things? I bet it's drastically cheap. Okay, yeah, it's a third of the cost. Yeah, okay, so that's why. So the Fed Navy ones are just insanely priced. but they require less skills and they have more tank. Oh my god, what the fuck? So yeah, I need to be running fed fucking drones, I think. Let me know in the comment section. What am I missing something here? Let me know if I'm missing something, because I feel like I'm missing something. But if it's just a price thing, then yeah, the Federation drone seems superior because they do the same damage, have the same perks, but they just are more expensive. Which is one of the really nice things about having somebody in faction warfare, because if you do have somebody in faction warfare, you basically get these things at your own cost. So it's just the time of running the site, and you can convert these all day long. 1335000. There we go. He's undercut by 1,000 ISK. Okay, that's 181 million. Okay, clicking sell, and we'll wait for those to go through. Perfect. All right. And then we need to get these. I'm not going to reveal this dude's name because I don't want to dox him and have a bunch of dick bags be like, hey, bro, I saw you buy all those things from that piece of shit, and I'll do better than him. So why don't you sell to me instead? So get your own contacts, bitches. It's mine. Anyways, yeah. So I guess that's enough economical rambling for me. I'll try and get you guys a video. I thought about doing either a live stream or a long form video, like where I do one of my grind sessions where I grind for 4 hours and I just record the whole fucking thing. The problem with that is, like I said, 70% of it's just going to be me sitting in a Plex, orbiting, you know, just jacking around. That's not exactly riveting content. And then it's long, it's going to have a high abandonment ratio, and I don't think it offers much. But if you guys want some of that content, we can. The problem with streaming it is I'm doxing myself, and pirates will watch, and they'll just come chase me around the system the whole fucking time, which will you guys will get some content in the aspect that I'll just be running the whole time, but we won't get any progress done, and I might lose some ships. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. We might do it for maybe the 2 billion mark. Maybe we just run some fleets and yeet some ships. Either way, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. There is a link down there that will get you your own account and it'll give you 1 million S to get you started. Not 1 million S, 1 million skill points. It's a great way to make your own faction warfare alt, start making your own money, make your own YouTube videos like I am, whatever you want to do. If that's something you want to do, click the link in the video description. That helps me out, helps you out. It's really appreciated. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Leave a comment in the comment section. Correct me. Tell me I'm stupid. Whatever. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.